Welcome back, guys. Banning13 here, and I'm going to go through the Delsere's Magnum Opus set dungeon, and I'm going to run you through, guys, everything, the preparation, the skills that you need to do this. I'm not going to do some pointless video where I'm just completing the set dungeon without explaining it to you guys. I like to explain how to do this and everything that I use in order to do it. Now, there's one gear change that we use for this, and that is the braces here. We want Ranslaw's Folly, alright? And with Ranslaw's Folly, you get Energy Twister periodically pulling in lesser enemies within 30 yards. So this will help with one of our objectives, which I'll go through when we get to the set dungeon entrance. So make sure you got Ranslaw's Folly. Everything else is exactly the same, just like I went through with my DMO, my Delsere's Magnum Opus build. If you haven't checked out my build video, check that out. It might be of use to you, it might help you out. That's the only change that we're doing from that build video. The other changes that we're doing will be our skills. We're keeping Spectral Blade with Barrier Blades, and we're putting in Energy Twister with Wicked Wing. Now, releasing a Raging Tornado that spins in place, dealing damage to everything caught in it. With the braces, this will suck in all the enemies around you, and that'll help us activate Slow Time, which is the objective. I think we have to capture 30 different enemies, alright, different enemies. In the past, you could do slow time on the same 30 enemies 3 times in a row, and you get the objective. We can't do that anymore. We need to capture 30 different enemies, alright? So things have slightly changed since PTR. Either way, with Energy Twister and those braces, it's a hell of a lot easier. We're keeping Teleport with Wormhole basically just for mobility, and we need to get through this set dungeon as quickly as possible. Time is a factor here. If you keep stuffing around, you will run out of time. It's very easy. Very importantly, we need Wave of Force with Impactful Wave. Now, this will help us to reverse those projectiles, to hit back those projectiles, which is one of the objectives. Again, I'll go through it at the portal, but you must have Wave of Force, Impactful Wave. Without this, you cannot complete the set dungeon, alright? And I'm keeping Arcane Orb with Obliteration. This is just for elite mobs, just to take them down real quick, alright? That's pretty much the only time you'll be using Arcane Orb, just to take down elites and keep moving through this set dungeon, alright? This will definitely be very helpful. If we have Arcane Orbit, it's going to take out too many enemies before we can complete our objectives, and I definitely wouldn't recommend that one. We only need a skill just to take out elites. Alright, so the passives stay the same. Now we can head on over to the set dungeon. We're fully prepared. The set dungeon is in Act 3, and we want to head over to Bastion's Keep Stronghold. And then we just head on over this way, and we head into Sky Crown Battlements. Alright, you with me so far? Pretty easy stuff. And we're gonna have to kill some stuff here, or we'll just skip it. What I might do is I might go all the way to the portal, I'm not gonna waste time killing shit, and we'll make sure that we kill everything we need to here. Voila! And there is our entrance to our set dungeon. Now this is an example of projectiles, alright? Bang! That's how we do it. Alright, let's have a look at our objectives while we're at the entrance here. So, objective number 1, simultaneously catch 30 different enemies in a cast of slow time 3 times. So like I mentioned, that's where Energy Twister is going to come in handy, but be careful, because there's another objective, and that is reflect 200 projectiles. Like you just saw me do there, I reflected about, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. We got to do 200. Now, there's an easy way to do this. If you know which enemies you need to target with certain things for these objectives, and this is a hell of a lot easier. For the reflection objective, we target those insects that shoot the projectile insects, and they shoot maybe about 5 or 6 projectiles each, alright? So keep them alive, don't use Energy Twister on them unless you've already completed your reflection objective. Cast slow time, and your slow time should be filled with those little bugs. Make sure you keep your distance from them, and then reflect them, alright? And then obviously the other objective, like I mentioned, was catch 30 different enemies in a cast of slow time. If they're not those insects, then use your energy twister and we should easily get 30 different enemies 3 times and objective will be complete. So watch me do it if you don't get what I'm saying. And just make sure, keep in mind, when you're reflecting projectiles, those insects are ideal for this. And you'll see me do it in a second, alright? So let's get in here. Let's get in this. Once we are in, there should be a big pack usually right off the bat. 26! Spewing. That's usually 30 there. That's alright. We'll keep going. I'm pretty sure we'll get another 3 groups of 30. So use your spectral blades. Even those guys that shoot the spears. Oh, here we go, the insects. Look at those projectiles. See what I mean? They're everywhere. Look at them all. So they're ideal for this. So we've already got 58, alright? So keep those insects alive as long as you can. And usually if they spawn right at the start, you might be able to get a really big boost to your objective of reflecting projectiles. Now make sure that we cover off as much, well, all of the map. This is, here we go. Alright, so there was 32 enemies there, and we've also got a lot of projectiles, which is nice. Like I was saying, cover off every little nook and cranny of this map. We don't want to be missing one enemy and then have everything else complete. Oh, nice. That was a nice group there. Those guys that throw the spears, they're also considered projectiles. So if you cast slow time, let them throw their spears. You can reflect them back as well. But other than the spear throwers and the insects, there's no other projectiles. You can just group up all the other enemies. So this is ideal. Oh, look at all these little projectiles. Projectiloids. Whatever you want to call them. Oh yes, look at that. There was so many of them. So now we've completed that objective. And now we can just kill these insects. Use your energy twister, just kill them. We don't need them anymore. We just need another big group to cast slow time in. We need 30. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. 2 minutes 18. We're going good for time. Here's a big group. Not big enough. They're too fat. Don't want to move. They're too fat. But yeah, we're going good so far. We've done one objective. We've reflected all of the projectiles, and we just need one more big pack to slow time. One more pack of 30. And here they are. Beautiful. Lovely. Alright, now we just need to complete the set dungeon on time. Alright, so now we just go nuts. Now you'll probably want to use that arcane orb as much as possible, because we don't need to keep shit alive for any reason. And this map is a bit of an odd map. It'll probably take you a few goes. I'm pretty sure you'll have it complete a few times and then you'll fail because you've missed an enemy somewhere. It's a really ugly map that's all over the joint. So make sure that you're just at full concentration at all times. If you think something is alive, make sure you just go back and kill it. At the moment, I don't think we've missed anything. We just need to get through this on time. Under 1 minute to go. That arcane orb definitely comes in handy with killing these elites, I tell ya. Alright, this should be the last pack. We should have this. I'm so good, come on. We got it. And that, boys and girls, is how we do the Delsere's Magnum Opus set dungeon. Now it's your turn. Let me know how you go.